Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Posttopostpod.
2-1 Winnipeg. Woo!
And just like that.
In on a breakaway.
And just like that.
In on a breakaway. We're live Wednesday night recording here.
Yep.
Montreal, Winnipeg.
Mm-hmm.
Winnipeg shorthanded, actually. Wow. Lowry just scored, put them down 2-1 Montreal.
I can't believe Montreal is up 2-0.
Right.
That's insane.
Not anymore. Shorthanded, too. Anyways, back to the episode.
Yeah. This is going to be a distraction. I know it. It's important, right?
It is. It's very important.
Very
Stanley Cup playoffs.
No, yeah.
Nothing more important.
Right. Nothing. Not even the podcast.
No, dude. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Buddy, how was your week?
Not bad, man. Not bad. Enjoying this for sure.
Yeah. I could see you enjoying
Yeah,
it.
definitely.
I couldn't even get my intro in, and you're already screaming.
Yeah. I mean, dude, it's the Stanley Cup playoffs. What don't you get about that?
I don't know.
What about you, though? You back on the ice yet?
No, not yet. I will be taking this home with me tonight, though.
Okay,
Because I do
good.
plan on getting back.
Good stuff. I'll get back out there again on Friday, my fat ass.
Yeah, you ready? You pumped?
No.
Still,
I'm excited, but
still hurting from the last
not
time?
hurting, but I just it's just very depressing when you go from I don't know. I'm not a good goalie, but I'm decent, you know?
Yeah.
And just to go down to where I am now, just brutal. Just brutal.
It's like back to square one.
Yeah, not square one, but back a few steps.
All right, I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting to get on the ice and
Oh, it's gonna
forgetting how
kick
to
your ass,
C-cut.
man.
and,
Yeah.
It's going to suck. But it is what it is. You got to jump into it, and you get used to it again. I'm
Yeah.
sure it'll be quick. I'm sure after a few games, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, this is how I do it.
Yeah, the only thing I think would help me more is if I could do 3 or 4 nights a week again. That's
Right.
what really gets me going. But once a
Yeah.
week isn't enough, I don't think.
I would love to. But when that alarm, again, goes off at 3:30 in the morning, I'm like, I see those games at 10 o'clock. I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah, for sure. I got a
Unless-
9:30 this Friday.
That's
Looking
not
forward
bad,
to that.
though.
Yeah, that's good. It's right down the street from me, too. So
Yeah. I'm now looking at those 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock games. I'm like, those are nice.
yeah, those sound nice.
Did you know? I can't find it anywhere. But did you know that my the engineer that I work with was telling me that last weekend in Marlborough for Memorial Day, all the veterans, I won't say all the veterans, but veterans, police officers, and firefighters, they all get together in Marlborough and do a hockey tournament.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And it's a fundraiser. And apparently people from all over, Canada, all over the States come.
That's pretty cool.
And I've never heard of it.
Marlborough's the rink to do it at. I think they have 4 or 5 rinks, right? They definitely have a full bar, too. It's pretty sweet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got to get out there.
I've never played out.
I haven't either, but I've heard about that place, and it's the place to do a tournament like that. And I mean, that makes sense for Memorial Day. That's pretty sweet. That's a fun way to spend the weekend.
That's awesome. I wish I knew about it. I wish I could find something out about it. I guess not WE. I think he said it was on 98.5. Someone on 98.5 was talking about it, and I'm like, why isn't this as bigger of a thing? If I knew about it, I definitely would have gone. That would have been a great time.
Yeah, I don't know. That is weird that they
Yeah.
haven't advertised it as much.
But let's we want to get into some stuff here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. So this is gonna drop Monday, but we all know that the Toronto Maple Leafs blew a 3-1 series.
Can't believe it.
Can you?
No, I can. Yeah. If
Yeah.
anyone could do it, it's the Maple Leafs.
It's the Maple Leafs. It's one thing they're good at is fucking blowing leads.
Terrible.
Terrible. So I follow somewhat Steve Dangle on YouTube. If anyone knows Steve Dangle, he's a big Toronto Maple Leafs YouTuber. To the point where Sportsnet even picked him up for some stuff. I guess he'll be able to record himself watching the games and just kind of sit there and
Live stream.
And there's just one of those times where I was just waiting for that video to come up, and it was a 30-minute absolute rant of him just pissed off. I'm like, yeah, yep, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. And I don't know what do you do about this team? What do you do? They blow the 3-1 series lead. Unfortunately, Jonathan Tavares went out early in the series. There's nothing you could do about that. It was just an unfortunate. And he's a big name, big guy on the team. But you got William Nylander scoring 5 goals, 3 assists in the series. Jason Spezza, 3 goals and 2 assists.
Which is huge for him. He's a 4th liner, I think.
Huge guy, right? But the bigger guys aren't coming up. You had Austin Matthews with 1 goal and 4 assists. Mitch Marner, 0 goals, 4 assists. Jack Campbell, statistically, played really well and with 13 goals allowed. I think the goals that he allowed, though, are just the brutal goals that should not be allowed, especially in Game 7. Like, where was Mitch Marner and Austin Matthews during this? Dude, Matthews had 41 goals and 25 assists, and Mitch Marner had 20 goals and 47 assists this season. Yeah, they get to the playoffs and just quiet.
I think
Were they missing that?
I think that they don't have, obviously, the playoff experience. They weren't ready for what was going to happen. But this is going to be big for them next year, those two players specifically. Being like the center of attention and being the guy that needs to carry the team. Coming up very short this year. I mean, all you had to do was win 1 game, and you couldn't do it. And I think next year, they're going to go on a much deeper run. I don't think that they're going to have the same roster. Obviously, they're right up against the cap. There's a lot of moves that are going to need to be made this offseason. But their move in the postseason, honestly, like, there's nothing you can really do. That team was like the team. They were built for it, and they just came up short. I don't really understand it. They don't really have a veteran goaltender. They had a hot goaltender, so maybe that's where you look. But even that wasn't the issue. You know what I mean?
It wasn't the issue at all. Like I said, Jack Campbell played really well statistically. Unfortunately, the goals, again, he let in were just, shit. But if you look at, like, the goalies that they had, man, David Riddick, Fredrik Anderson, Jack Campbell, I think they had, like, 2 other goalies, too, on the list.
But those are all goalies to me.
Exactly. And I would, in a perspective where you say, hey, what if we change goalies like Florida Panthers did? I wouldn't do that. I would still keep Jack Campbell in net. Freddie Anderson, not looking good.
I mean, I think it's good for Toronto to make him their guy,
right.
But I think they do need to get another backup, like an actual
backup,
or starter over Campbell,
over Campbell.
But someone that's either Campbell or better.
Right. So, like, what's their move here in the postseason? Like, what?
There's nothing that really needs to be done. They had the team. They were ready to do it, and they came up short.
Short.
If they can keep that same crew next year, and I don't know, just build around whatever needs to change.
Right.
I mean, I think at the beginning of the year, they were Cup favorites. You know what I mean? They were up there on the list, so.
They're riding number 1 there is to do. Most of the time in the North. It's just Toronto.
I think that their problem was they didn't have the opportunity to get hot at the right time. They were like winning all season long, just racking up points. Like they didn't have any adversity to overcome.
Right.
And now they have a team that fired back and is currently beating the Jets 2-1.
Right.
It's just the playoffs. It's just different.
Is that the same? Would you say the same as the Columbus Blue Jackets that year coming up and being the number 1 seed in that 4-game sweep?
No, because the Blue Jackets swept the number 1 seed and the President Trophy winner. The Canadians are a gritty, grindy team that barely got past the Leafs in 7, who weren't the number 1 team in the NHL. They were like maybe 4 or 5 on season point total, something like that. So it's not the same. It is more equivalent to it's the last team I could equate this to. Maybe like the Flyers beating a team in the playoffs, I guess. Like they're just a real grindy, gritty team. The Blue Jackets just were like coming at you in that playoff season, and Bobrovsky played out of his mind that first series. A 4-0 sweep of the President's Trophy winner is a lot different than winning in 7 against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Wow, that was a nasty goal too. 3-1 Montreal right now.
They seem to be riding the wave here. Like, right after Game 7, they're just like, all right, let's keep this going.
Yeah, I mean, they're coming off a major high. That was Nick Suzuki that scored that goal, too. That was a nice deke to beat the goalie out. Yeah, I mean, they're coming off of basically the biggest high you can have. You just upset the top team in the division after being down 3-1. Like, you're going to be very confident going into this.
That's nice.
That was nice, right?
That's beauty. Hellebuck was just, oh, man, look at that.
Yeah, got burned by the deke.
Oh, burned.
On a 2-on-1, too, so.
Oof. That's funny. I was kind of picking Jets for this series. That's funny.
You can't change a pick, dude.
Dude, I didn't even have a pick.
I know, and now you're going to change it. Want to hear a fun playoff stat from last round, too?
Sure.
Carey Price is the first player in NHL history to win a playoff round with a salary over $10 million.
That nuts.
It is and it isn't, because Well, actually, no, it definitely is because I feel like there's a lot, not a lot, but
lot
a
of
decent amount of
starters.
players that make more than 10 million now.
Right.
But there wasn't in the past, because
Yeah.
the cap just keeps getting up there and up there. So
Right.
you got to pay the top guys. But it is kind of nuts. Yeah, I feel like I think McDavid inked for over 10 million a couple years ago, right?
I think something like that.
And Bobrovsky could have done it this year with his contract in Florida.
But he ate shit.
I can't really name any other ones, but yeah, it is kind of weird. It caught me off guard. I was like,
Right.
wow, really? Pay someone $10 million to not win a playoff round?
Hey, can you be our guy? Sure. Okay, and I'm going to just shit the bed right now. Weren't we just talking about that?
Jesus, 4-1. No shit. They gonna pull Hellebuck?
You pulling him?
Who's his backup?
Lauren Persois.
Mm.
Looks like he's coming in.
Looks like you're getting a sunburn, bud. 4 goals on 11 shots.
God.
Oh, I
damn.
think they called it back. Kakaniemi. Oh, goaltender interference.
Goaltender interference.
Big time.
Oh, he's holding on for dear life.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So the Leafs just doing
What do you
Leafs
think their move
shit.
is in the playoffs? I mean, in the postseason. Sorry, the off season is the word we're looking for here.
They're a very offensive team. I don't know if they should start going for keep the offense, but start looking at like better D. Again, looking at goaltending too. And I think it should also start with veteran guys or guys who have at least played in the playoffs that like knows what it takes, that can be in the locker room and say, "Hey guys, like I know this is one game, but this is a game we can't afford to lose.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
We gotta come in here."
I like what you said about. Oh God, what did you just say? Oh, about focusing on defense and goaltending. I think they're like the most top-heavy team in the league. They just
Right.
have like too much firepower up front and
exactly.
not
They're
really anything to build from
very
the back.
It's like they're banking on scoring goals.
Yeah,
and
they want to win a
it.
game like 15 to 14.
15 to nothing. Yeah,
no, 15 to
that's it.
14. Just
Yeah.
let up as many goals as we can, but
Jack
score one
Campbell
more.
getting
than
like 100,000 shots, but
Yeah.
saves them all for some reason.
yeah.
So that's my thought. It is coming up quick. Do you want to jump into that? We just found out that the Buffalo Sabres got the first pick in the 2021 draft. And then we got the Seattle Kraken getting number 2 and Anaheim Ducks getting number 3.
And the NHL entry draft will be July 23rd. Picks 16 to 31 are determined based off of the results of the playoffs. So they told us what order they pick in 1 through 15 because those teams are out of the playoffs right now.
Exactly.
And then based on how these teams all finish, they're going to determine 16 through 31.
Right. So I had it up. Might as well just...
While we're there, the expansion draft for the
List
Seattle
off.
Kraken, who are drafting second June 21st. All the NHL teams have to have their protection list in by July 17th.
Right.
I'm sorry, July 21st and July
21st, yep.
17th.
So I guess I'll say in order from 1 to 15 what the draft
you don't need
order
to
is,
bore
right?
them with that. Just 1, 2, 3 are important.
Just 1 to 3?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
good.
Let's save his cracking. So we got not in full, what's his name? Owen
Power, right?
Owen Power. Yep. He's looking at the number 1 pick. What would you just say? It's like breaking news. We heard Owen Power's
Owen Power's
retired.
retired. He's not playing hockey anymore. He's a stud defenseman from Michigan, though. He worked his ass off this season. Michigan was a really good team.
Right. So be on the lookout for him. And his career just dying in Buffalo. Poor bastard.
I don't know. I think Buffalo has the tools and the ability to work from where they are, whereas a team like Columbus, where we just found out Seth Jones announced he doesn't want to return to Columbus after his contract is up. Like I think the guys in Buffalo, you don't really hear that. You know what I mean? They get out and they like obviously are miserable losing, but they don't say like I fucking hate it here like people do in Columbus.
You're right.
Right? You know what I mean?
Dead on.
I don't know. So I think Buffalo has a lot better of an opportunity than Columbus
Oh my
does.
God, you were dead on. Because as soon as you said that, I was just thinking of Taylor Hall when he was like, "Yeah, I'm just fucking sick of losing." That's it.
Yeah, he didn't really
He didn't say
say like
he
fuck
hates
Buffalo,
Buffalo.
I hate this fucking place.
Right. Just like I just want to win. That's it. Oh, holy shit. So let's move on here. So Nazem Kadri, we finally get what's actually going on with him. So he actually gets the 8-game suspension, and Ryan Reeves gets 2 games. Kadri will receive an 8-game suspension given by Gary Bettman for his hit on Blues Justin Falk in Game 2 of that series. Kadri will not make a return until Game 7 of this Vegas-Colorado series if it ends up going 7. Ryan Reeves was suspended 2 games for roughing in unsportsmanlike conduct against Colorado's Ryan Graves in Game 1 after ripping out Graves' hair after knocking him down on the ice with punches to the back of the head in front of Grubauer, who also got punched.
Just took his toupee off for him.
I just fucking ripped it. Reeves, what's crazy is that he never took his gloves off, so it's just like hockey gloves. Just how painful do you think that's gonna be? Oh Jesus!
No thanks.
Reeves has had 3 suspensions, 6 games total, and 3 fines by the NHL since 2015. Kadri has had 6 suspensions, 25 games total, and 3 fines by the NHL since 2013. Dude, Kadri, man, he keeps
just racking it up. He's like
racking it up.
He's like a Brad Marchand. He needs that element to his game, but it's like over the line where he's almost to like a Matt Cook level.
Just like dirty.
Yeah,
right.
Like actually looking to hurt someone.
So I'm actually glad Kadri got the 8 games because I
was surprised. Last episode, I said they might drop it down to 5 or 6 to make it more reasonable, especially in the playoffs.
I was kind of believing you too, but I was like, I kind of hope not because Kadri's kind of been known to be like this fucking dirty guy, especially with like that DeBrusque hit earlier in the season.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm glad he got the 8 games.
Wait, this season?
It was this season. It was like February. Or
but he's
like
playing for Colorado. They didn't play each other this season.
Oh, who am I thinking of? Who hit DeBrusque? Someone hit. Oh, I'm thinking of a different player. Though.
Yeah, I remember talking about that one earlier on this season, though.
Fuck, I can't remember who it was. Now I'm thinking about it.
Got suspended for it too.
Shit.
If you think about it, it's Philly, New York, Buffalo, New Jersey. Jesus Christ, who else is under our division? Brutal. Brutal segment right here.
Fucking awful. It'll hit me. It'll fucking hit. I'll just randomly say it. I just saw it too. Fuck it, whatever. But yeah, Nazem Kadri and Ryan Reeves. So again, glad he got the 8 games. Ryan Reeves, 2 games. Is that all right?
Yeah, I think it's fair. Like, I don't know. It kind of reminded me of Tom Wilson.
Yeah.
Was Wilson the one that hit DeBrusque?
Yes.
The Capitals?
Yes. That was
kind of reminded me of Tom Wilson with the New York Rangers issue. Like the same kind of scrum kind of thing, but like this was more like I'm gonna like keep your head down on the ice, and I was like that was kind of brutal, looking, kind of ugly,
especially in slow motion when they were showing you like, oh god, like
yeah,
it was definitely like intent to injure, like they were saying, but
yeah,
they don't say it. Like it's just all they have it as is.
Well, what do you think? Do you think 2 games is enough? More or less?
If he was like injured, I don't know, man. Like, so yeah, you're right. He's had 3 suspensions, only 6 games in totals, and 3 fines. It's like 2 games like is kind of like a slap on the wrist, but it's also playoff time too, where just like 2 games is big. So I don't know. Yeah, I guess 2 games is fine for that. And Ryan Graves is fine. So yeah, I guess 2 games is fine.
I was cool with 2 games.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think you should appeal it though. Like, I think just take your 2 games.
Just take your 2 games and move on. Yeah, exactly. It's fucking water here, buddy. All right, so I'm gonna hop on to the Tampa Bay Lightning viral video. Is that all right with you?
No.
You don't wanna? That's fine. No one wanted to hear this. No one wanted to see this. No one wanted to hear this. No one wanted to believe what I had to say. All it took was a quick Google search, and you actually figured out what the hell was going on. So, Tampa Bay Lightning viral video. There's a fan in the stands last week, 2 weeks ago. I can't remember. I think it was like
it was against the Panthers, so it must have been last week.
So last week, and so Brad Bargman put up a video on his YouTube channel of him recording Tampa Bay Lightning security asking his son to take off his Florida Panthers jersey during the first round of these playoffs. Too little information was known about what happened, yet everyone jumped on the Lightning organization before doing their own research on why this happened. For special club seating in Amalie Arena, there's a rule that states you can't wear opposing teams' jerseys or other clothing. This was implemented back in 2015 when the organization realized there were more opposing team fans than there were Lightning fans. This was to promote a bigger fan base for the organization, which is completely fine. This rule did not go for the rest of the arena like people around the internet were saying. Brad did say something about getting his tickets from a Crystal Ortiz, a woman who he might know, who gave him false information about being able to wear the Panthers jersey, but just not being able to go into the club's special venue.
So real quick, a quick Google search would show you that Crystal Ortiz is the account executive for the Tampa Bay Lightning. That's why he was mentioning her, because he spoke to her on the phone before saying, I'm not sitting in the club seats. We're sitting here. Is my son allowed to wear his Panthers jersey? And she said it was okay. So it's someone that works for the Tampa Bay Lightning that said he wouldn't have an issue.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's not like who he bought the tickets from.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus. So where was I? So this pretty much, I kind of got mad with this too because the fans did kind of jump on this shit. So it says pretty much breaks down to Brad being a Karen, taking out his phone and recording right away, especially after saying, I don't agree with it. Gary Bettman should not allow this. It's that type of Karen shit where you're just like, he's got nothing to do with this. Like, this is Amalie Arena. This is us saying this is our rule. The rule has now changed to be less strict, but I wish these organizations had more backbone and balls to tell Brad and the internet, hey, this is our policy. Brad did not follow the policy, and this is what happens. But, we now have a rule change because the internet just decides to just take on. I fucking hated this.
I don't know, man. Seems like a boomer take to me.
I fucking
Seems like another boomer take from you, bud.
It's not a boomer take. It's these companies need more backbones. All it takes is for some fucking idiot to just with a camera phone and zero information on what's going on, but just makes a company look bad. They're just like, oh, sorry, we'll change all the rules for you. No, we're good. Wasn't a fan of that, man. That's fine. It's not.
Yeah,
if it was for I would get it if the actual rule was for all of Amalie Arena saying no, you can't wear any other jersey. But if for special seating, special club seating for special fans, and it's just there to promote the Tampa Bay Lightning, and it's a rule that says, hey, and even the security was just yeah, you guys got an email and everything saying just these are our rules, this is the protocol for where you guys are sitting. And
so I think I sit dead middle on the fence on this one because I think 10 years ago, maybe even 10 years ago, Tampa Bay Lightning, I'm all for this rule because the players are we have no fucking fans. Everyone here, it's like we're in an away arena for 82 fucking games a season, you know?
Right.
So I was all for it for that. I think that somewhere along the line, once Tampa started to become a wagon pushing for the cup each year, you need to update it so that, the club seats, like it says here, should be Tampa jerseys only because you're sitting in the best seats in the house, so you shouldn't be allowed to wear the away team's thing. Jersey, I get that. Now, I think at some point it should have been updated to anywhere in the stadium. That's a different story. If you're a fan of another team, you're not going to outnumber Tampa fans at this point,
right?
And I think they need to, as a team that is in a hotspot destination for people to travel to, they need to understand the fact that a large majority of their money is coming from away fans traveling there to watch their team.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So I see that aspect of it. I think the main issue I have is security's relentless, staying on them about it when he's go check with this woman. I talked to her. She said it was okay. Yeah. And they're no, you need to come with us. The guy's not going to fucking leave. The game's going on. I paid for these seats. Right. I'm not going anywhere. Right. Go check with her and then come back. I'll be right here.
So, yeah. So in the video, he does bring her name up. And the woman that was talking to him said, you can't, pretty much you either take the jersey off or we can give you a full refund for it, but you just can't sit here or whatever. Come to a different game and wear that. But
which is understandable because that's what the policy was.
Right, exactly. So that's why.
But the fact that he called and made sure I'm good, I'm gonna wear this jersey. There's not gonna be an issue, right? And the woman was yes, no problem.
Right. Yep.
That's the issue.
That's the issue right there. Where you're just hey, I don't know. Talk to her now that we know who the fuck Crystal Ortiz is. I'm Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's pretty much your boss right there. Pretty much hey, your boss said I can fucking do this.
She's an account executive, a little different, but it sounds fancy.
It sounds fancy.
Ticket sales. Yeah. He works the booth.
Crystal Ortiz works a fucking 9 to 5. And
we're gonna register, ringing up 24-ounce Coors Lights for me. How are you?
What do you get paid? I get paid $9 an hour.
Yeah, I don't know. I see both sides of it. I think that the rule should have been changed before this incident. I do see your issue with him recording it, but nothing. He got hassled at a game when he shouldn't have. When he called to confirm everything was going to be okay and everything wasn't. So, right. I mean, why not whip out the phone and fucking stick up for yourself?
I feel like the phone whipping out has just become
well, if
so
he didn't,
normal.
The rules wouldn't have changed, right?
Yeah.
There's no chance. It would have got swept under the rug. It would have been.
But it's not that big of
This has happened before in other stadiums too.
right. But it's also not that big. It's not. It's also wasn't that crazy of a deal.
Like your issue when you were wearing you only had the one shirt. Oh, I don't have anything else. What if that kid was wearing a Florida Panthers T-shirt because you said jersey or clothing? Now my kid has to sit here shirtless.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No, I would have just been no, he's not wearing anything under the jersey.
Right. Exactly.
So.
That's like when I got kicked out of.
Yeah, you told that story. That's what I was talking
That's
about.
why I brought it up.
Yeah.
That's different though.
Why is that different?
I don't know. Was it? No, I don't know. It's not different.
That's different though.
It's not.
I don't think so.
So I wasn't really repping the Canadians. I was saying Canadians suck. That was different. I don't know.
I thought it was your shirt. Oh, the shirt said Canadians.
The shirt
suck.
says Canadians suck, and that was the only shirt I was wearing. It was summertime, and the guy was just like, "Yeah, you gotta take that shirt off." I'm like, "All right, cool."
No, I think I'll move to a different section. I'll see you.
That's pretty much what I did.
Oh, thanks. I think I'll upgrade my seats.
Right. There's the nosebleeds with all the actual fans, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, come sit over here with me." Just one guy gave me a hard time. All right, so another guy getting a hard time. Panda. So Panda is Robin Leonard. Robin Leonard gets the start for Game 1 with versus Colorado. Robin Leonard got the start, and for reasons I do not know. Leonard would give up 7 goals on 37 shots for a 7-1 loss. The game was on May 30th, and Leonard's last game before that was May 10th against Colorado, where he lost 2-1.
Can I ask real quick? 7-1. He stayed in for that whole thing.
Staying in for that whole thing.
Yeah, so I think Fleury just needed a night off at the end of the day. I hope, dude. That's the only thing I can fucking think of. Why
would you waste a game? Playoff
If
games.
he's hurt and he needs to rest for a game, then there you go. I'm not feeling it.
Right.
Send him in for a game. They've
wish
been that
they
good.
came out,
They won
yeah.
the William Jennings Trophy.
Yeah.
They've been that good as a tandem. So
Right.
I need a night off. Go in, Leonard.
Probably. So let's see. So that May 10th game is the first game he played against Colorado all season. Again, I don't understand this decision to bench Fleury for Game 1. We just found out that Fleury is getting the start tonight.
No, it's still likely because it's tomorrow night. It's not confirmed yet. I assume he's going to, but it's not confirmed yet. I was on Daily Face-Off. It says likely.
It says likely still,
Yeah.
but they played at night.
No, they do play tonight, don't they?
Yeah.
Let me refresh my page.
Does it say? It should be saying pretty soon, huh? I could have swore it said Fleury.
It had his picture up, yeah, but it didn't say confirmed yet. It was still likely.
or anything.
Yeah, it was likely there. I just refreshed. We'll see what it says.
Well, I would hope. That
Still
he does.
likely. Grubauer unconfirmed.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. But I assume both of them are going to start.
I'm going to assume both. So nothing against Leonard, but when you play a goalie who hasn't played a game in 20 days and throw him into a round 2 playoff game, it doesn't look good. But I don't know, you could be right. Maybe Fleury did need that day off. Maybe was it Pete DeBoer as the head coach? Maybe it's just like, I don't know, giving him any information. Fleury sat for that game. That's it. Fuck him.
Yeah, I mean, why would you?
Yeah.
Why would you give the opponent any information about he doesn't feel right in general? So let's rattle him early. Let's bump him in the net. Let's, I don't know, talk shit to him. Whatever.
Yeah. It was just a weird. It was just a weird.
It was definitely a weird call. I was like, what is this? But they don't just do that for no reason. There's a reason for everything.
There's definitely a reason. But that was I was a fan. I wish Leonard kind of. It's difficult. It's been 20 days since you last played a fucking game. It's like.
But last year, wasn't he the guy in the playoffs, right? They went with Leonard over Fleury last year, I think.
Yep.
So
talking about Fleury, he's part of the Vezina finalists this year. Marc-Andre Fleury, Philip Grubauer, and Andrei Vasilevsky are the finalists for the Vezina Trophy this season. Fleury is 26-10-0 with the 1.98 GAA and 6 shutouts. Grubauer is 39-1 with a 1.95 GAA and 7 shutouts, and Vasilevsky is 31-10-1 with a 2.21 GAA and 5 shutouts. This is Fleury's first nomination for the Vezina in in his 17 NHL season career. He received the William M. Jennings Trophy this year and 3 Stanley Cups in 2009, 16, and 17. Grubauer has won the Stanley Cup with the Caps back in 2018, and Vasilevsky, and Vasilevsky won the Vezina in 2019 and Stanley Cup in 2020. Who's your choice for the Vezina this season?
I want to hear yours first. Is that cool?
Sure. So, one thing that's like kind of throwing me off here was that I get the Vasilevsky played like. No, it's him and Grubauer played
About
the
the
exact
same amount of games, right?
Yeah, his GAA was 2.21. I feel like he was more of a brick wall than Grubauer, but apparently Gru is.
I'm telling you, the 7
Wasn't
shutouts.
Vasilevsky was like number one for like the majority of the season?
It's been like a seesaw back and forth all season long.
Right.
But 7 shutouts really sticks for me, and I think it's Grubauer far and away.
Right.
Especially with the team in front of him. I think that he has been very valuable, and he has kind of sprung out of nowhere. Like we weren't talking about Grubauer last year, the year before, as much as we are this season. And Vasilevsky, yes, he's been around for this long, and he's won it before.
Right.
He obviously is one of the best in the league, but I think like this year, it's Grubauer.
It's going to be Grubauer.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm with you on that, 100%. I was waiting for you to say Vasilevsky.
Yeah, no, definitely Grubauer.
No.
I also had to look up exactly what the Vezina is. Do you know what it is? Or who it's given to?
It's given to, I was just reading it too.
Right. It was weird, right?
It's
like
weird.
it's who's judged to be best at his position.
Yes, exactly. That was it.
And like if you look at that, then it should just be a numbers game.
Right.
And when you look at the numbers, it's still Grubauer.
It's still Grubauer.
You know, his save percentage isn't there, but I think goals against average means more than save percentage
more,
to
for
me.
sure. Because you got Fleury with a 1.98 GAA, and you got Vasilevsky with 2.21, and then Grubauer is right below Fleury with a 1.95 GAA.
And like I said, I think the 7 shutouts really sticks. Like that's a lot of fucking shutouts.
Fucking insane.
In a short season too.
He's been
7 and
unbelievable.
56.
Right.
You know,
unbelievable. Again, he was the backup for Washington, and then he comes over to Colorado and becomes this absolute stud.
Well,
Nuts.
He's taking what he learned from Holtby and applying it. You know.
Yeah. Good man. So that's. I definitely hope Gru gets it. You know, every time I see Colorado play, man, especially every time Grubauer makes that save, and with all the fans, Gru.
Yeah. Do you think? Now, do you think if one of the other two gets it instead of Grubauer, are you going to be disappointed or no?
No, I like all 3 goalies, man. Like I told you, I'm a big Marc-Andre Fleury fan, and I was so shocked. 17 seasons in the NHL.
I was too. Yeah.
Once I was like, "You shitting me?" Wow, that shocked the shit out of me. But, I mean, when you have 3 Stanley Cups, it's like, I'll take that.
Now personally, I am going to be kind of disappointed if he doesn't get the Vezina because he's here right now and he was the best this season. And it's obviously an opinion thing.
Right.
But I would feel that he got snubbed for it. You know what I mean? Because of the name that Fleury and Vasilevsky carry. But I just think, that makes it more, that makes his name pop more when it's them 3.
Right,
exactly. I'm like, wow, Grubauer? Wow. And then you look at his stats. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. So, yeah, I hope Grubauer I hope Grubauer gets it, and I wouldn't be shocked or, what'd you say? Disappointed if either one of them got it. All 3 of them are well deserving of this.
Yeah.
Vasilevsky's always been, we must have pumped his tires at least 1,000 times with this podcast. That's because he's been an absolute brick wall.
Because he's fucking 6
he's
foot 12.
Unbelievable. He's insane. Fucking God. And then, again, big Fleury fan, and Grubauer is just being a brick wall this season. So, hats off to all 3 of them. They definitely deserve it.
Ready to make some picks?
Yeah.
Follow up on some picks that we already made?
Let's make some picks here, buddy.
All right.
So, I'm going to bring up the Instagram post.
Yeah, I got that here as well.
Where are we?
What? So let's start with the one we haven't picked yet. How about that? We got Winnipeg and Montreal right now.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you got there?
So I'm just going to be completely opposite here. I do picks at work. The engineer that I was talking to you about, He's got Jets. I'm going to go Montreal.
How many games?
I think this is going to go 7.
7. I'm going to go Winnipeg in 6 because I've gone against you every time.
Yeah.
And I think, honestly, all 3 of my other picks are wrong. And I picked with, who I want. not who I want to win, but who I want to win. You know what I mean?
Right.
So let's stay on that side of the map because the winner of that matchup will play the winner of Colorado and Vegas.
Right.
So who did you have there?
I had Vegas taking it, which I wish I didn't do.
That means I had Colorado, right?
Yes, that
Did
means
I
you
pick
had
the
Colorado.
opposite of you?
Yeah, we're completely different.
I'm going to say Colorado's going to do it in 5.
Colorado's going to do it in a 5?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I want to be with you on this. I'm going to say I want to say Vegas in 6.
Perfect. I just think that Colorado steamrolled the Blues, and they're
I
just
know, but
flying high.
I can't go back on my pick. So
Yeah. Thank you.
because this other pick is just like, what the fuck? I was trying to be completely opposite of you, and I still don't.
I'm more confident in your other picks than I am that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think you're right on the next series, which is Boston and New York, where you chose Boston.
Right.
And I chose New York. And how many games do you think?
If it keeps playing the way they have been, just like
The hard part is that these are supposed to be picks that we made before the series started, too.
right.
So that's how I've been trying to make them.
Yeah, exactly. I think this will go 7.
I got New York in 6.
Okay. Oh boy.
And then last up, we have Carolina and Tampa.
I got Tampa.
How many?
I got Tampa when I shouldn't have to.
Why not? They're up 2-0, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. I want to say Tampa in 5.
5. Let's say Carolina in 6, even though I should have said 7. I haven't picked any to go 7. I'm going to go 7. And that's that, people. That is our second round. And now we actually know, because of the way that the points are set, the winner of Colorado and Vegas is guaranteed the 1 seed because both those teams tied for most points in the league. The winner of the North Division are the 3 and the 4 seed, so they are guaranteed the 4 slot because they have the least amount of points during the regular season.
Right.
So those two teams are the winner of those two games are set to match up against each other, and that means that the winner of Boston, New York will play the winner of Carolina, Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
So now if you wanted to fill out the bracket that you've been trying to do math about for 5 weeks now,
Fuck.
what do you think? So you have Montreal and Vegas
Right.
in the West, or we'll call it the West, and then you have Boston and Tampa. Who do you have out of those?
Boston. So Boston and Tampa.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to do games yet. This is just if you want to see who's going to win the cup.
If Bruins can get past Islanders,
Which is what you picked.
which is what I picked, and then they also have to get by Vasilevsky, who's been an absolute brick wall. I'm gonna say Tampa.
So you have Tampa, and now you have Montreal and Vegas to pick between.
I'm gonna go Vegas on that.
You got Vegas there, so now you have Vegas and Tampa in the Cup final. That'll be a fucking nice game to watch.
Right.
Nice series. Those guys will be so tired, dude, after going through this. I feel like this is one of the more competitive postseasons that we've had.
Right.
Like, I don't think there's a ton. Like, it's kind of weird that the two ups, well, not two, but the main upsets are in the same division now and have to knock each other out.
Right.
Because then, like, you really just have the best of the best going at it. You know,
Right.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm loving this, man. We're just saying, like, what were we saying last week? We're just like, what series do you think is going to be the most boring or whatever? I'm like, I can't think. Like every season.
Yeah.
every
I mean, we
series
picked
is-
Boston and New York, I think, is what we said at the time, but we didn't have Winnipeg and Montreal. But I think I still would rather tune into that than Boston, New York, other than being from here. You know.
Right.
So now you have Vegas and Tampa in the Cup Finals. Who's winning that?
Man, we're jumping right into this, huh? Vegas.
Yeah, that's what you've been trying to do since round 1.
Yeah, we should do it. That's gonna be a great fucking series. Oh God, Fleury and Vasilevsky are just it'd be so good.
You know, there's 10 other guys on the ice other than the goalies, right?
Yeah, I know, but you got to think of like good goaltending too.
But they went with Leonard last night.
Yeah, which we don't fucking know why. Can you imagine if they went with Leonard?
They might. You never know what could
Fucking
happen.
lit up.
You never know who could get injured.
Do you think Tampa could come back for a
repeat.
repeat?
I think if anyone could do it, Tampa could do it.
Tampa could do it. I'll say Tampa. I want to see Vegas do it, but
You did pick Vegas too earlier on, so.
Yeah, I did.
And then I have Colorado beating Winnipeg, and I have Carolina beating New York. So I'm going to have Colorado beat Carolina in the finals.
Wow.
Boring. I don't really want to see Colorado Carolina. I'd like to see Colorado Boston. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That'd be a cool matchup.
I would like to see that. So what the fuck was I gonna say? You're playing. I want to play so bad You have no.
Go play, dudes. I'm sure you've gotten text for it. Go play.
I haven't gotten a text yet.
That's nuts. They all like Dusty. Like, this guy says
This
no.
guy
This guy says no too
all
much.
the time. Fucking COVID, and they're just like, "What is this guy saying?" No. Yeah, I can't fucking wait.
You sent a group text earlier too. You trying to hit the driving range Sunday?
Trying at the driving range. We going to. I told everyone about getting the clubs and everything, and can't fucking find time. Like last week was the perfect weekend to do it. Memorial Day weekend.
No. Oh yeah, yeah.
Long weekend.
Yeah. The weather
and it fucking
sucked.
rained all weekend.
All
I'm
4
like,
days.
Son of a bitch. Yeah. And then this weekend, me and Tara are going down to White Peopleville. You know where that is?
No.
Connecticut.
That's nice.
That's
Jesus
what I call
Christ.
it. Yeah, we're going down to Connecticut
You're gonna be
Saturday.
so fast. My God.
All right, so this is gonna be our last episode, everyone. So
Canceled by Crystal Ortiz.
Can't.
She works the kiosk at Amalie Arena.
Yeah. So Saturday we're gonna be down all day for in Connecticut, and Sunday
Dude,
I'll be
fucking
back.
sneak out to the driving range in Connecticut.
And just dust our whole family.
No, just for like an hour, man. You go to the driving range. You don't even need an hour. It takes like 30 minutes. Bucket of balls.
Yeah. I'm just gonna wait because Sunday. I think Sunday's gonna be good, and all the boyos are gonna be. You gonna come?
Yeah, if you guys go around 6, I got to work till probably 2, and then I got to go to the yacht club for her mother's birthday, and then I'm trying to sneak out a little early and go to the range because I have one of my accounts texted me and wants to go to the driving range.
I was thinking early afternoon, but you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, if we could do 6.
I mean, I think I
the
can.
driving range or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do that. Because it wasn't.
But I'm
you.
gonna have that guy with me too, so that's fine though. He's not gonna give a shit.
No.
One of the boys.
The boyos. Ferda. All right, so we got the Montreal and Winnipeg game going on. We get the Montreal currently is 3-1. Where are we right now?
15 minutes left in the second. Montreal keeps blowing edges left and right. If you want some more obscure sports fun from me, after my golf rant last week, the Premier Lacrosse League starts this weekend, so this won't get to you in time, but you'll be able to watch next weekend. This is basically the lacrosse league that I've been talking about since day one. They're like a traveling circus. So this weekend they'll be at Gillette Stadium. Season kicks off June 4th, Friday, 7 p.m. Redwoods versus the Cannons. Redwoods finished last season 3-3. The Cannons are the new team to the league. The Major Lacrosse League folded, and the Boston Cannons actually joined this league and are now just called the Cannons. So all those games are available on Peacock and NBCSN. I'm definitely going to be tuning in, and I fucking love it. I can't wait. Matt doesn't give a shit.
Just don't care.
Don't care. Don't care. Still don't care.
Still don't care. You keep sending me stuff for lacrosse too on Instagram, and I'm just like, that's cool, man. You sent me one post the other day. Some dude just kind of just ran right through like a bunch of dudes and just fucking shot on it.
Yeah, took it to the hole.
Damn. Jesus. I can't imagine getting hit with one of those balls.
Not that bad.
You don't think so?
No. I know so. I know it's not that bad. I mean, from those guys, it might be a little bit bad, but...
I'm trying to find out.
How about Philip Deneau having a slice of pizza in the post-game interview? Did you see that?
Bro.
Hilarious.
That was awesome.
What a legend move.
You see like a little box just right here, and then
Yeah.
he just opens it and just like pepperoni slice.
Dude, know what pisses me off? Boston Pizza Company is not around
It's
here.
not around
It's
here.
from fucking like Canada. Like, come on now.
You know I've had Boston Pizza when we were in
yeah,
Vancouver.
I bet you did.
And it was like okay at best.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a big chain, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a big chain over there. So it's literally it's called Boston Pizza because some guy, I can't remember his name, is from Boston and came over there and goes, "This is our pizza," but you fucking cook shit pizza.
He's just smoking a fucking cigarette while he's cooking it. That's what makes it Boston Pizza.
That's not pepper on there. It's just fucking ashes from like the cigarettes. I don't know why it tastes like shit. Yeah, Boston Pizza's pretty. You see it all over NHL and shit. And then Vancouver is big. Like they have a big.
I use Google Maps. I typed it in. It's like fucking 600 miles away. I'm
Yeah,
like sick.
nowhere near us. Nowhere at all. So, I don't know, man. We got 44 minutes here. Want to call it a night?
Yeah, that's good, man.
That's good.
Happy Wednesday.
You're like,
Let's go, Winnipeg.
You're still focused on this game.
Let's go, Winnipeg.
You picked Winnie? That's
Yeah.
right. You
Yeah.
just picked Winnie.
Can you just call them Winnipeg? No one calls them Winnie. No one calls them Peg. It's just Winnipeg.
Winnie's.
No one calls them that.
I got to be
It's
different.
just you.
What else did I say? I said something different. They're just like
Schifeifels.
Schifeifels. Yeah, but we got that from Key and Peele that like you don't. Oh baby. All right, we're getting distracted.
Carey Price been coming up big.
We're getting distracted. Yeah, this the end of this has been kind of brutal. You don't think so?
I'm doing all right.
You doing good? I know you're doing good over there. So to end this off, I got I feel like a massive Jägermeister nip. Is this even a nip? Is this 2 shots?
You do this every time with anything that's not a normal shot. You're like, is this 2? Is this 3? Is
It
this
looks
5?
It doesn't
Looks bigger,
look
but
huge.
guess what? It's thick glass.
Yeah, you're right.
Read it. Is it 50
Fucking
ml or 100?
Throw it off your head after I.
Is it 50 or 100?
Fuck out of here. It's 50.
Yeah, that's one nip.
Nice.
Fucking A. 99 watermelons. This one might be coming up, boys. I might need to get that water. Ugh. What do you say? We're at 45 minutes?
45 minutes.
Might just sit here for 15 and let my stomach settle. Cheers, bud.
Cheers.
Dude, it's just the burn. The burn that comes up from these things. It's like I'm a dragon.
Want to switch next episode? I kind of want to try one now.
You can have one if you want. I'm just saying I'm trying to finish them out like I said I would.
You're fucking hurting. I'm
Ugh.
loving this.
I wish there was an Arby's around here. Did I ever tell you that?
No, you didn't.
have the meats.
That's the worst part about Boston. Is that like they always promote shit that looks good,
Oh,
but
yeah.
there's nothing around.
I've seen like Jack in the Box commercials. Sonic used to be a big one, but we
Sonic
have
used to be
that
big.
now.
That was gone. They had a Sonic in Saugus, and we went there, and it was just complete
It's
shit.
okay.
It was fucking it was okay at best. But you know what's fucking delicious is Carl's Jr.
Yeah, you talked about that.
But
you
there's
fuck.
fucking no Carl's Jr. around here. I'm like, you bastards. Get
You have
over
to
there?
chop that, Billy.
You ready to close this out, buddy?
Yeah, you gonna close out or am I?
I don't know. You want to close it out?
Off the top of my head.
Do it.
Thanks everyone for listening. If there's anything you want to see us cover next episode, let us know. Our links are in the description, and we'll see you all next week.
God, I love it.
You like it, dude?
I love it.
Professional. Peace.
Bye.